What's up, everyone? Back today, starting phase 1 of the Live Hard program. Today's day 1. It's January 15th, 2024. I took a little break between 75 Hard and the phase 1 of the Live Hard program. You're able to do it consecutively, so the 75 plus the 30 immediately, but you can also take a break. The ultimate goal is completing phase 3 by the 1-year anniversary mark of starting 75 Hard originally. So if you started 75 Hard on January 1st, you will need to be completing phase 3 on December 31st, or you fail the program for the year. That's just how it works. Phase 1 is essentially the same as 75 Hard with 3 added tasks, which is really 5 added tasks, because you do the 2 45-minute workouts. One has to be outside. You have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction personal development book. You have to drink a gallon of water. You have to take a progress picture. You have to follow a diet. No cheats, no alcohol, no candy. Then after that, you add 3 critical tasks to that list. These can be whatever in your life is going to be benefiting you the most. And so for me, the critical tasks is essentially like adding, so you already have the workouts, you have the reading, you have the water, adding something else on top of that that you're going to do every day that's going to progress you in your life. So for me, I will be doing these videos daily. That counts as one of them. I'm going to listen to a motivational personal development podcast to help with that in business entrepreneurship, whether that's Andy, Ed Milet, maybe Bedros Sculian, or Andrew Huberman. Those are some good options. David Goggins, Tony Robbins, the legends. And I'm going to make content for Phorm as far as me being part of the Legionnaire program. I want to get the information out on the availability of the supplements that are there and what their uses are and why you need them. So I'm going to make content daily promoting Phorm products, because I joined the Legionnaire program right after the 75 Hard was completed. I'm gonna make these videos daily, post them on YouTube, and tell you how I feel and what you should expect whenever you're doing the program, and listen to a podcast. So that's my 3 added tasks. Then on top of that, you have to take a 5-minute cold shower. You can do that however you want. You can take a shower regular and then just turn the water to cold and time it. But it needs to be cold. It needs to be uncomfortable. The point of it is to get you out of your comfort zone. It's not going to be easy at first, but you can get used to it from what I hear. So however that works for you, you can jump right in the cold. You can take a warm shower and then turn it to cold. You can gradually turn it to cold, but you're not going to start that timer till it's on the coldest that you're going to make it. Like I said, make it cold. And the last thing, 10 minutes of active visualization. So most people daydream about things that they would like to achieve in their life, but they don't put any effort behind it. They don't put any belief. It's just a thought. And without the belief and the intent and the manifestation, it's not going to come like it would if you did those things. So really, it's 10 tasks altogether with the added 3. And one thing I wanted to add, if you followed along with the 75 Hard program, last year there was a contest I was involved with it. The episode with Andy, 75 Hard versus Andy, with his wife Emily interviewing him, they put out a contest. It was August 27th, 2023, to start 75 Hard August 28th and complete it, I think it was November 10th or 11th. Do the program, send in your progress from before and after, and write an essay up to 2,000 words. Well, I won that contest. I knew whenever the contest was initially announced, I imagined winning it. I had that visualization every single day. Every day I was doing my outdoor cardio. Every day, whenever something that I was doing and the program was getting in the way with it, or it was annoying and it just sucked, every day I was imagining going to the Phorm headquarters, my last name being on a locker in the locker room, I imagine being in the podcast room. I imagine being in the First Phorm gym, working out with Andy, meeting all the people, DJ, Andy, Sal, all the people at First Phorm that we all love, that have changed millions of people's lives. I imagined all of that to the smallest details of it, as well as putting in the active work, all the effort that I could, and making the changes that were most dramatic in my life ever. And the judges decided I won. There was a male and a female winner, and I get to go to First Phorm. I get to work out with Andy. I get to go around First Phorm headquarters, do some workouts, go to dinner with them, and also get to be on an episode of 75 Hard Verses on the Real AF podcast. So that's going to be incredible. It's one of the most amazing things that's ever happened in my life, aside from having my daughter. To me, it's like a jackpot. Like I won the lottery, because this is priceless. I went to a Nashville event, RTA Live event in Nashville. It was Ed Milet and Andy Frisella talking, and a couple other people's, but this was in November of 2022. I got the cheap tickets. It was $800 for me and my buddy to go, or $600 for one person. The most expensive tickets were either 10 or 15,000, and that was the VIP access to go with a group of other people to dinner with Ed and Andy. So I get to go with one other person and meet with DJ and Andy and Emily. And so this is just, to me, it's just priceless. I couldn't be more happy. It's just incredible. So I wanted to announce that. I don't know the details of when the exact date is, but it should be in mid-February. So that's why I'm starting phase 1 now, to sharpen the tool and be at my best mental capacity whenever I go. I want to be sharp. Whenever you take a break in between the program, like I did, I took 60 days off. I didn't go and just work my way backwards to where I started at. I'm at 225 pounds right now. Kind of fluff, I haven't been counting calories or really watching carbs, but now that I'm doing phase 1, obviously I will be following a diet, which will be higher protein, moderate fat, and low carb is what I like to do to lose weight. But no real goal, maybe for the program, 210, get down to 210 in 30 days. That's where I feel like I've looked the best, but even if it's 215, it's just the main thing that I want to get out of it is the mindset change, because whenever you shift from being on a program like that, as a regular person, I don't have a business, I don't have a group of people that I'm leading or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy. I work in the oil field. So on the program, you feel amazing. You have a list of things you have to do and accomplish each day, and you win each day by accomplishing those, or else you have to start over. Whenever you're off the program, it's almost like you feel lost. So that's a feeling that I got, and I'm sure a lot of people get whenever they get off the program, because they feel lost. And I've always worked out. I've always kept a good routine working out. I always wake up and do cardio at my house. I have a lot of good habits when it comes to working out, but it's still at the same time, when there's no real goal in mind, if you don't constantly evolve your goal and change the goal line, and you just get to a certain point and you kind of just stall out, you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel anxious because you don't have a purpose that you're working towards. You have to have a higher purpose, because whenever you're just living for yourself and you're just going through the motions, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to achieve the things that you want and get out of life. So that was just something that was amazing to me. I wanted to announce. I'll probably do a different video about it separately, but that's just a good representation of that 10-minute what that 10-minute visualization is going to do for you. That's something that you need to do throughout your life. I'm still new to this. I was a loser till probably 2019 or 20, and I'm 36 right now. And it took me until I found listening to the MF CEO project to notice that I was being a loser. I was 18 months into listening to him before I actually had to put all that what I had learned and implement it into my life to stop being that person. So that way, not only could I have a better, more fruitful life, but my daughter could, because that's the most important thing. You have to have your purpose, whether that's X, Y, or Z. When you're living for more than yourself, you're going to put more effort into something. And what's more valuable than having your children look to you as a leader and a role model and setting the example that they need? Because not everybody has that. Most kids, maybe not most kids, but a lot of kids didn't have that. I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have any guidance. I had to make the mistakes on my own. I had to learn from the lessons, and that carried on into my adult life. I played victim. My dad didn't love me, blah, 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 that kind of life. Well, that doesn't matter. What matters is how I live my life, and the life that example that I set for the people around me, and most importantly for my daughter. But whenever you constantly have a goal set in mind, Andy talks about this, how in the early 2000s, he would imagine the Lamborghini, the stitching in the seats, the chrome, the airplane, the private jet, all the things that he would imagine to the smallest detail. I learned that from him, saying to do that. And even before the contest was put out for the 75 hard, I imagined being on the podcast for the 75 hard versus episode. There was no contest involved. I didn't know how I'd get there. I had it in my head. It was a thought, and it was a goal, but I didn't have a plan to get there. I thought somehow, just one way or another, I was going to make an impression. And then this contest came out, and I said, that's mine. And there was just no holding back. I made everything as more difficult as it could based on what's going on in my life. Each day of the 75 days, I didn't miss a single task. Days that I was off work, I added a whole extra workout. When I woke up in the morning, that I didn't count towards my 2 workouts. But the point of what I'm saying is, this manifestation is real. There's so many examples of it in the universe with God. If you have the belief and you know that you have a calling to do something, and it's nagging at your heart every single day, and you don't take a step towards doing it because you don't think people are going to approve of it, or somebody's going to say something that might hurt your feelings, or whatever the case is, because they have insecurities in themselves and they don't want to see you doing better than them, none of that matters. What matters is you take that step towards doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. And one thing that I know that I'm supposed to be doing is helping other people get where they need to go. Get sober, get off the drink, stop drinking alcohol, get in shape, get a better relationship with your children, be a better man. All these things that are passionate to me, and the reason why all of us need to do a program like this program specifically. And if you haven't done 75 hard, or you don't know the full context of everything, you can go to episode 208 on the Real AF podcast with Andy Frisella. You can learn all about the 75 hard and the Live Hard program. And also, it's on pre-sale right now, but the book of mental toughness, written by Andy Frisella, it's the new 75 hard book. The 75 hard book is no longer, whenever they sell out, they are gone. This is the new book. So the book on mental toughness. You can go to andyfrisella.com. There's another batch coming through. I got the first ones that were released on January 1st. I'll be reading that for my 10 pages a day, or more, at least minimum 10 pages. I'll be reading that. You should go get a copy of that because it's a lot more in depth. It teaches you all about the Live Hard, because 75 Hard is great. The book, it teaches you it tells you what to expect to feel like on day this, that, and what you should be doing to correct those feelings. If you feel worn out, if you feel like giving up, you're not like, that's not uncommon, right? There was days from probably day 10 to day 35 and 75 hard where I hated doing this outdoor workout because I was at work and it was just the last thing I wanted to do. Working 12 hours, having minimal sleep, driving an hour and a half to and from work at times. You just have to see that it can be done. Whenever somebody like me goes out and puts this out there for you to see, I'm not showing you my whole day, but I'm telling you about what happened. And you guys can all relate. If you have a hard time at work, or if you have, not all of us have physically demanding jobs, but being in a meeting all day or making a bunch of decisions for a bunch of people in your business, all that is taxing in the same. Hard is hard. It doesn't matter if you're physical hard, mentally hard. At the end of the day, if you're drained and you don't want to do a 45-minute outdoor workout because the rest of your day you were slammed, but you have to do that, or you have to starve the program, and you force yourself to go do it. The feeling that comes after you do it is something that you can stack. It keeps stacking. It compounds. So anytime in the future, whenever you have a bad day and you have to do something that you don't want to do, you just know that the feeling that comes whenever you complete it is like a jackpot. essentially. You hit the lottery in mental toughness. So that's a goal to have. Keep stacking up those wins by doing things that you don't want to do, building up the discipline, so that way it's not even hard. You don't even think it's hard when you go do it. But consistently doing things that are hard, that you know it's hard, it builds up that part of your brain like a muscle. And at the same time, not doing things that are hard, constantly looking for the easy way out, that muscle goes away. And it's proven science. There's Andrew Huberman did a podcast with David Goggins talking about it. I don't know the exact wordage, but basically there's a section of your brain that it gets activated whenever you're doing things that you perceive as hard and accomplishing them. And then consistently doing that, that part of your brain develops more callous, more toughness, more grit. And also at the same time, when you constantly do stuff that's easy, it makes it seem like, I guess, everything's hard. So a lot of people don't understand what hard is. Life is hard in general, but whenever you're doing things that make it worse on yourself compared to when you're doing things that are hard, so that way it makes it easier on yourself, is completely different. So just know that that's a real thing. Manifestation, visualizing your goals. You can't just look at a nice car and think, man, that's a nice car, must be nice, right? You need to look at the car and say, I will have a car like that one day. Imagine yourself driving that car, wherever you want to live, driving that car. For me, I'm just going to say it because whatever, I always imagine I have a Ferrari SF90 and I'm driving through the downtown Miami because that's where I live at the time. That's just something I imagine. Maybe it'll happen. That's what I'm working towards. And along the way, that's just one part of what I'm looking towards, forward towards. That's just one part of it. There's way more aspects to it than just materialistic things. The path to getting there would obviously involve helping thousands of people get to their goals. So don't just think I'm just saying I want some materialistic thing or some, something like that. That's not what I'm talking about. It's great to have nice things that you like, but it's even better to help people overcome the things that you've already overcame, because every time you overcome something new, say you were always a drunk and you quit drinking, now you can help people quit drinking. Say you were 300 pounds and now you lost 150 pounds, you can help other people lose 150 pounds. No matter what it is, you have a bad marriage, you correct it, and then you can help your friends help correct their marriage. Just whatever it is. It's always about helping other people, and that's where you're going to get the most out of life. It's the basic principles that are taught in the Bible, and it's what we need to live to be a better character in life, to set a better example, to be a leader, to be a role model, to be somebody that people look up to. You want people in your life to look up to you. You want them to think you're a stand-up person. You want to be trustworthy. You want people to know that you do what you say you're going to do, and you don't ever go against your word, because that's fallen off in this country and probably across the world. But a lot of people don't hold their word anymore. So if you're one of those people that is able to and is looked at as somebody that always does that, you're going to get a lot further in life than people that are known to never do what they say they're going to do. So, I think that's all I got for today, phase 1. I think there was something else that I was going to talk about. Workout, diet. Today, that's what it was. Today, regular day, feel great, motivated. Day 1, let's get this going. It's 30 days, it's not 75. It's got to be easier, right? It sounds like it, but really, there's more tasks involved, so it's a lot more involved. You're going to be forced to manage your time way more effectively. You're not going to want to waste time sitting on your phone in your bed or in the bathroom or wherever you waste time. You want to be able to do the things that you know you have to do with intent. Don't just have a podcast on if that's one of your tasks and you just listen to it and it's just playing as background noise. You need to get something out of what you're doing. If I'm going to make content for Phorm products that I want to promote as the best supplements that there are, I need to know about the supplements. I need to know what they're doing to help you and why you should take them. And the content needs to reflect that. If I'm going to make a video showing some type of motivation to you guys, show you how you're going to feel on these certain days, or how I felt and how you might feel. There needs to be some intent and some value behind that. What I'm telling you guys today, the main message was the visualization, how that's real. There's science behind it. There's God behind it. There's a lot of things that can prove it. So you just need to have the belief in yourself first, which you will gain by doing the 75 hard. And then you need to have the belief in the process and the goal that you have in mind. So today I worked out. I woke up this morning. I worked out. I did an hour and a half on the tread climber at my house. After that, I went to the gym, did another hour on the treadmill. This is just walking. It's not high intensity or anything crazy. So I wasn't just like running for an hour. So get that out. But putting some steps on there. And then I did a shoulder and back workout. And then the rest of the day, kind of just did some stuff around the house. And then I just completed my 45-minute outdoor workout. And feeling good. Like I said, diet's going to be fine because it's the first days. I mean, I'm not craving anything because I've just had 60 days where I've been not tracking things and not keeping up with things. So you're going to feel motivated on the first day, first few days, first week, but then it starts to catch up to you depending on your lifestyle and what you have involved in your life every day. It's just a matter of you fitting it in. Anybody can do it. It's scalable. You can be 500 pounds and do whatever you can do. You don't have to go out and be able to do some extreme physical task or workout. You can do what you have to do, but it needs to be difficult for you. If all you can do is do the bike thing with your arms, because walking isn't sustainable for you for 45 minutes yet, you got to do what you got to do. Practice getting up out of a chair, whatever it is. If you need a trainer, you can get on the First Phorm app. It's $12.99 a month. You can track your macros. You can get workouts. You can talk to coaches live. You can be assigned a coach. You can get workouts. You can get videos on how to do each workout and each exercise. All these things are available to you if you look for them, and they're affordable. So price doesn't need to be a concern to you. You just need to make the plan and visualize everything you need to do to get to that part of your plan and get working at it. If you're on 75 hard, I know a lot of people started on January 1st, so a lot of people are on day 14 or 15 today. Keep going, that's great. You're gonna start feeling probably annoyed by having to do the workout. It's cold across the country right now, and it sucked today. I'm not gonna lie, it was 19 degrees with the wind blowing, and it was only blowing at me when I was walking one way down the street, so it was cold, but the other way it was kind of like blowing me, so it wasn't so bad. But it's gonna be cold. You're not gonna wanna do these things, but you're gonna have to just do them anyways and know that the ultimate feeling that comes from overcoming the things that are difficult is what brings you the discipline and the fortitude and the determination and the grit that you're gonna use throughout the rest of your life. But yeah, what's today? The Monday, January 15th, the new Bison Real American Freedom gear drops Wednesday at 7, andyfrisella.com. Wednesday at 7 Central Time. So if you missed out on the first time, there's going to be all new release. There's not going to be the same stuff. So there probably will be the same hats, but different shirts and different things. Make sure to check that out. This stuff will sell out in a few minutes. So if you want any part of that, you better set an alarm because I'm going to get me some. And that's all I got for today. I'm going to upload this video. Hopefully it uploads. I'm at my house. As you can tell, the OG cookie spot. Won't be any cookie reviews for the next 30 days at least, but we're gonna make this content and we're gonna motivate you. I'm gonna motivate you. You're gonna do the work. We're gonna make ourselves better together. We're gonna change the culture in this country. So that's all I got. I'll be back tomorrow for day 2. Peace.